Good morning, dear students. Today we'll talk about email. So it is lesson number 22, and let's begin our lesson. So what is email? So email is the short form of electronic mail. That's why nowadays we don't use electronic mail, but we, instead of saying electronic mail, we say email. And it enables sending and receiving messages over the internet. And in order to just use email, everyone must or should have an email account online. So in order to use this, let's say software, we should have a computer with internet access, an email account with a service provider such as Yahoo, Gmail, Hotmail, etc. And you should also note that Microsoft Outlook and Apple Mail are not email providers. And that's why you can't email from library computers without an account. So what is an email provider? It is a software program which is used to create an account and share information. So most common email providers are Hotmail, Gmail, and Yahoo Mail. And you can use any of them. So all of them have the same functions and can be used in the same way. Now we'll talk about the parts of the email address. So all email addresses follow the same format and are comprised of three parts. So the first one is the username, and the second one is the domain name, and the third one is the top level name. So what is username? Username is the part of the address to the left of the symbol. Yeah, can you see the symbol like an A? And it identifies the sender or recipient of the message. And just when you set up an email account, you are given the opportunity to choose a username for yourself. Sometimes the username includes first and last name separated by a period. And the domain name identifies the computer where the email messages are sent or stored. For example, when someone sends a message to T.D. Berry for in this provider, Comcast.net, and the message goes to the computer on the internet and the web server that has been given the name Comcast. So this is domain name. So parts of the email addresses, we'll continue about it. So some examples here given, some popular top level domains, what do they signify or represent, let's say. We have AIRO, and it means air transport industry. And we have Asia. It includes Asia Pacific region. We have COM, it means commercial. We have EDU, it means educational. And we have GO means governmental. And we have museum. And it just represents the domain. It belongs to museums. And net, just .net, it includes the networks. So the last part of the email address, the top level domain, like net, org, com, etc., identifies either country or a address type. And you can tell a little something about a person by studying the top level domain in his email address. In order to set up your account, you should have username and domain. For example, snoopy.yahoo.com, and here username is Snoopy, and you create your own. For example, just writing your name or surname, doesn't matter, and it should be unique, of course. And the symbol you need, unique to email addresses, and email provider's name like Yahoo, Gmail, Hotmail, etc. And you have domain.com. and others could be net, org, com, etc. Parts of an email. So like as you see here, here the example is given. For example, to means entering the exact email address of your recipient. Who are you writing to? And for multiple recipients separate each address with a comma. So if you write several addresses, you should separate them with comma. And CC, it means carbon copy, and BCC, it means blind carbon copy, and it is anonymous. So subject is the topic of the message, and it's very important, and you should keep it brief, and you should easily get to the point. So we have the notion of netiquette. So what is netiquette? Netiquette is includes like common abbreviations, words, vocabulary, which are used in writing or using email, yes. And mostly we use emoticons. And here are some of the examples of emoticons are given, and abbreviations. They are also a main they also consist just main part of email. And mostly while we are emailing, we use emoticons and abbreviations. Like, by the way, as you see, BTW and other types or other abbreviations, let's say. Then we have spam. So what is spam? It is any kind of unwanted, unsolicited digital communication, often in email, that gets sent out in bulk. So spam is a huge waste of time and resources, and the internet service providers like ISP, they carry and store the data. When hackers can steal data, bandwidth from the ISPs, they steal it from individual users, hacking computers, and this process is called spam. In the end, I'm going to mention about email safety basics. So the first rule number 1, never give anyone a password. Rule number 2, keep your password hidden in a safe place and change it frequently. Next, do not open an email unless you know who it's from, because it could be spyware or a virus. Delete this email immediately. Next one, don't open any attachments from anyone, even if you know them, unless the attachment is run through an antivirus program first. Next, use common sense keep personal information personal or secret. Never give it out to anyone on the internet. Do not be caught by spammers' favorite trick, remember me, in the subject heading. And log off when everything is done. And the additional thing that I'm going to mention is that you shouldn't log in your email account from different sources, yeah. And for example, when using your friend's computer, or when using different computers at home or computers at work, just try to keep everything private, yes. And your email also, try to enter or log into your email let's say via only your own personal computer, okay. And this also one of the safety basics. So dear students, thank you for watching, and don't forget to study the materials, yeah, and do the assignments. Thank you.